First things first, turn our attention to tonight's Game 2 in Boston. Bucks stole Game 1 thanks to a brilliant defensive showing and a triple-double from Giannis. He did it without Chris Middleton, too. Can he do it again? That's the question, with Middleton still out tonight. Meanwhile, Celtics guard Marcus Smart, who I swear it looked like he hurt every body part possible, questionable with a quad for tonight. Rick, is it an overreaction or an underreaction calling tonight a must-win for the Boston Celtics?
Jenna, it's certainly not an overreaction, and I don't even know if it's an underreaction. It's just a fact. But actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to say underreaction because Game 1 was the must-win. And of all of the second-round series, I did not expect that the most dominating, lopsided performance would be between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. But that is exactly what we saw. And what I believe is being overlooked, or has been overlooked with these Milwaukee Bucks, is the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo is a completely different player. Not completely. Is certainly a massive upgrade from the Giannis Antetokounmpo that began the playoffs last year. He grew through the playoffs and then continued to evolve over the course of this season. And this is a different Milwaukee Bucks team. Last year's team was basically 6 deep. They didn't have a whole lot of depth, and as a result, the absence of a Chris Middleton would impact them in a big way. This is different. Giannis is now the type of player who can utilize all the pieces around him, no matter how complementary they may be, Chris, and they have more pieces to go to. So I thought this would be somewhat of a competitive series. I thought the Boston Celtics would provide a test, but I never had a doubt that the Milwaukee Bucks were going to win the series because I just don't believe that they have an answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And if they pay too much attention to him, he has the wherewithal to utilize all the pieces around him. So, I forget, Chris, where were you going into this series? You had the Bucks too, right? You didn't really believe that the Bucks.
Cheap shot, Ric Bucher.
I'm glad.
I can't. Rick, I can't recall.
Rick, I'm glad you went there, and I am saying it with my chest, just like I did last week. Boston
That's the only way to
7.
do it.
And here's the unfortunate thing. Marcus
7?
Smart
It's going 7?
may not play tonight. Hold on. Marcus Smart may not play tonight. If he does, he's compromised because of the bruised quad, not to mention other stuff that might be bothering him. Jaylen Brown's on a bad hamstring. So this is what's unfortunate. We're not going to really be able to find out if my prediction would have come true. Because Boston, they can't beat Milwaukee without Marcus Smart at 100%. All right, Jaylen Brown, they can't beat Milwaukee without Jaylen Brown. Look, injuries, I mean, if you had told me Marcus Smart's going to get hurt in Game 1, if you had told me Marcus Smart's going to get hurt in Game 1, I wouldn't have predicted Boston's going to win.
Hold on. Wait,
These
Brew,
are just
can
facts,
I jump in and
folks.
ask you a question?
It's unfortunate, but it is true. Yeah,
Brew.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Bravo,
but here's the problem. Wait. Put everyone back on the screen. Here's the problem. But now you know what happened in Game 1. You know Marcus Smart has a bruised quad. You know Jaylen Brown is banged up. So now, I get second day in a row, pick amnesty with all the available information to you from everything you have seen. What is your pick for this series?
Well, but here, look, Nick, I don't want to, take integrity. You're big on take integrity.
Stop playing defensive back.
You're big on take integrity. So, no, I'm just saying. I don't want to flip-flop based on injuries, but we all know. We just know. We just know you can't jump on Broussard.
Come on over. It's okay. We're going to let you into the boat.
Major
injuries.
Okay. That's all.
Okay.
Like Nick, if Luka,
you don't have to stay on the island.
Gets
Come on,
hurt,
get in on the boat. We're leaving.
They're not winning anyway. But if Luka gets hurt, Nick, we're not going to pounce on you for the Mavericks losing the Phoenix.
You're right if Luka gets hurt.
I won't.
Oh,
Maybe Rick
that's
will.
right.
I won't.
We already did that.
That's right. But if if all of a sudden Maxi Kleber.
They don't have anybody
has a bruised calf, and I'm like, oh, well, we'll never know what could have happened. Like, let's let the games play out.
Maxi Kleber compared to the defensive player of the year. Wasn't Marcus Smart the defensive player of the year?
Okay, all right. So
I mean, you're acting like he's Peyton Pritchard.
The Mavs don't have it. The Mavs don't have anyone other than Luka, which is why he's so brilliant. Like, there's no one
they
to
don't
compare
have
to.
depth.
But hold on.
Right. They have nobody else outside of Luka. Really.
Let me just steer it towards the game for a moment. Because Wilds, I have a prediction for this evening. I do think it's a must-win for the Celtics, and I don't think they're going to get it. Because here's why.
I agree.
I think Giannis has elevated to a level where he is almost always excellent, but can raise his game to an even higher level of excellence when the stakes demand it. And I think Giannis, like a great white shark, right now smells blood in the water. And I think Giannis knows if I go out there tonight and I have a 38, 16, and 7, this series is over. Boston is dead. And Giannis was great on defense, great passing in game 1, oddly inefficient, though, in game 1. I think Giannis, here's the prediction. I think Giannis has a 20-point first half tonight, and I think he puts a chokehold on this series. And because I think he knows that it's one thing to go up 2-0, it's another thing to go up 2-0 when you're the road team, and I think that's what he's going to do.
I think that's a solid take. Dallas. But here's another solid take. Celtics will win tonight. Broussard, everyone's ganging up on you. Let's go. Come back to us here. Celtics will win tonight. Why did they lose? It's not because they took a lot of threes. It's because they settled for a lot of threes. They took 53s in April against the Bucks. They lost. They took 53 against the Bucks the game 1. They lost. Now, there's going to be a point, and this is to all the Celtics players, and if you're under 24 years old and you grew up playing in the Steph Curry era, this is going to be painful for you to hear. Not every three-point shot is a good shot, even if it's pretty much open. That's what the Bucks want. So I want one of the Celtics, maybe it's Peyton Pritchard, maybe it's Jaylen Brown. Say, you know what? Boom. Oh, I could probably get this 3 off, and I've been trained by everybody in the media that loves the three-point shot. I got to take it. 3's worth more than 2. Do not settle for the 3. Get into the paint. Make a little mid-range jumper. I know it is a very mid-90s thing to say, but Broussard, that is your sweet spot, buddy. A few mid-range jumpers, get in the paint, just stop shooting so many 3s. Celtics win this one.
I would like to see more mid-range jumpers, Wilds. I think we will. And they got to attack the rim. And I know Milwaukee is huge, but attack the rim and get fouled, maybe go to the foul line. But I got to throw this in because now that we've established I can't be held to that pick because of the injuries, I do have to say this.
No, we didn't establish
Milwaukee gets better.
No, we did not.
It is a must-win.
When did we establish that?
Well, it's just facts, guys. I mean, come on. Like, it's just real. It just is what it is. But that's neither here nor there. Jenna, it is a must-win because the Bucks have proven they do get better as series go on, right? They split with Chicago in the first 2 games, then won the next 3. Last year, they lost the first 2 to Brooklyn and Phoenix, and then won the series. So they get better. So Boston must win tonight to, push this thing forward.
We did a whole segment. I still don't know what you're doing. Are you staying? So you're staying.
Yeah.
Okay, stay put.
When was the last time you saw Drowning Man on TV?
I'm staying, but we just understand.
Which
we just understand
player,
the situation.
guys?
It's unfortunate.
Who's going to take the top spot in Knicks playoff player pyramid? We're going to roll that out. Rick, we'll get your take on it next. First things first. Sticking with the Celtics.